Dr. David Klee has over 30 years' experience as both a teacher of the flute and as a professional musician. He has performed in all kinds of musical organizations, ranging from classical orchestras to heading his own jazz group, the Jazz Express. With these Pro Minute video series, Dr. Klee will share some of his secrets with you on how to become a better flutist. Hello, my name is Dr. David Klee, and welcome to another Pro Minute video. Today we're going to look at the MENUET by RAMEAU, a French 18th century composer. This piece can be found in the Soloist Folio for Flute by RAMEAU. So it should be coming up on your screen right now. So let's take a look at it. It's about ya, da, 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 dee, da, dee, about that tempo, kind of allegretto, not too fast. And if you look at the first measure, you got a real dichotomy there. You got staccato and you have a tenuto marking. Staccato means very short, tenuto means very long. So what I like to think of is lightly separated. You could even, maybe put a hair vibrato on it. Something like that, and that would be fine. Okay, now measure 2, you got that little squiggly line. And what that means is you're going to trill that one time. Now if we go back to the beginning, what is your key signature? F major. You got one flat. And what I do with all the music I play, and this is how I teach all my students, if possible, on every piece of music I play, if possible, I use my thumb B flat. And the reason why, remember your thumb B flat is you actually have 3 B flats in your flute, right? You have fork B flat, lever B flat, and thumb B flat. Okay? And anytime you can use your thumb B flat, it's that much better for you. It's just easier, it's cleaner, less clunky. So what happens here, if you look at measure 2, if we already have our thumb B flat down, then all you have to do is go A, B flat, A, because your thumb B flat is already down. So at the beginning, that's all I have to do. Boy, no muss, no fuss. Really, really nice. And then I keep playing with my thumb B flat. Now, if you go to measure 3, you have a duple slurs, but on the second eighth note you have a staccato marking. What that means is you're going to make it shorter. But what you don't want to do is tongue that staccato note. You don't want to go ta 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 ta. That would be musically incorrect. What I do is go ta la ta la ta la. I use the LUT syllable on that second note. And then I get a nice clean execution. Ta la ta la ta la. So I'll do measures 3 and 4. And if you also notice, on all 4 of those eighth note patterns, underneath the staff, you have a little accent. So what you're going to do, you're going to make the first note a little stronger than the second note, which is perfect. Perfect. La la da la da la da la da. And it comes out perfect. Alrighty. Now, measures 5 and 6, what I do, I put the grace note just a hair before the beat. I just do it that way, and that makes that real perfect. And you give it a little push because of the accent marked underneath the staff. Measure 7, you got ta, ta, la, then 2 staccato. Ta, la, ta, ta, ta. So I just do that. Alrighty. Now, measure 9, then at measure 8 you would have the repeat, and you would repeat that. And then at measure 9, you don't have staccato notes. What you have is duple slurs. So what you don't want to do is go ta la ta la ta la. You do not want to do that. You just want to go ta la ta la ta la ta la ta. You tongue the first note, but you don't make the second note short. You do it that way. Measure 11, the same way. Oh, now measure 12, there's that little squiggly line again. So what you do, you go E to F one time, which is easy because you go, on measure 12, you got G and an F, then you go to the E, then when you go to the F, you only wiggle one finger up to F, back to the E. And that's all you have to do there. Okay, measure 13, there's that staccato mark. So, ta-la, ta-la, ta-la. Alrighty, that's what you do. Now, on measure 14, it's the same thing, except there's one big difference. Underneath the staff, you've got pianissimo marking. So that means very soft. Alrighty, so it's very soft. So what I do, instantly I think of opening the teeth more. Then I can play very soft. If you open your teeth, you can play so much softer. Alrighty? Typically, during this time period, whenever you have a repeated figure of music, typically the second one you play softer. It's like an echo of the first. So you have 13, which is mezzo forte, and then when you go to 14, it's marked pianissimo. And then measure 15, we're back to mezzo forte, okay? Okay, now, how do we do that trill? Okay, what I would do during this time period, you go A, B flat, A, then you have a G, and it says trill. What you're going to do is actually start on the A on the downbeat of the G. A, G, then you trill the G, and then you stop on the F, on the G, and then you do the F, G, F. So I'm going to do that measure very slowly. So that's how you do it slowly. La da 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 ya, la da da. So I'll do it again. The biggest problem with young musicians is when they do the trill, they don't stop the trill, and then you don't really hear the grace notes coming out of that trill. And so I'll do it in tempo now. And that's how you do that. Okay, measure 17 and 18, this should look very familiar. We just did that with 13 and 14. Measure 19, oh, that looks like 15. Yes, it is. Mezzo forte, you play it out to 20. Alrighty, and then that would repeat back to measure 9. Now, typically, when you go to the trio section of a song during this time period, you start gaining flats. Well, here what they did, they went from F major to the direct minor, F minor. So all of a sudden now we have 4 flats. So you want to make sure you catch those. So I'll play a little bit of it. Alrighty. So, and again, I'm still thumb B flatting. I'm paying attention to these other flats now. Now, when you get to measure 25, what is the dynamic marking? Mezzo piano. Where 21, it was forte, boisterous, full, sounding, and all that. So 25 and 26, you want to be moderately soft. Now, at the end of 26, you have a hold. You have a hold, and what you'll do, you'll want to make sure you communicate with your pianist on how long you're going to hold that note. And typically what I do, you want to lead your pianist, because they can outlast you. And what I mean by that is they have a sustain pedal. And for holding something, they can hold a lot longer than you can hold your breath. So you want to make sure you communicate with them. And what I do it with sign language with my flute. When I'm ready to cut a note off, I do a little squirrely circle thing with my flute. Just a little one. So. Now what's important is that you actually stop the sound when you do the twirl. I've seen some go. Well, that's not going to help a lot. So that's something to practice. You always want to make sure you coincide the two. Alrighty. Now measure 27, we have a big crescendo, 27, 28, 29, going up to mezzo forte. Alrighty. And then in measure 30, we got that squiggly line again. So what we do, we're just going to go G to A flat to G one time. So now I'm going to play 27 through 30. Alrighty, so that's how you would do that section. Okay, so now you would repeat back, and then once you go on, now we're 35. 35 again is mezzo forte, but a day crescendos into measure 36, and then it crescendos all the way through 37 to 38, and it's marked forte, very loud. Okay, so now at 35, we look at that, and then on the A flat, we got that little squiggly line again. So what I do with that, I go A flat to B flat. Now, since I have my thumb B flat key down, that entire measure is left hand. And to make it really simple, since my thumb B flat is down, I just go C, D flat, C, B flat, my thumb B flat is down, I go to A flat, and then I only have to wiggle my second finger, la da da, right there, my second finger. So I'll do it again. That's all you have to do. You don't want to have to go the A flat, B flat like that with a fork B flat. That's just really clumsy. Okay, so then we go 36, 37. Now 37 on B3, we have a trill. Now, remember during this time period, what I would do with that trill, I would start on the trill note, which is F, but you want to use a real F fingering. You don't want to use the trill F fingering. And then, so you use a real F, go to E, trill it, stop, go to F. I'll do it again. So there's C, F, and then on B3 is F, E, trill, stop, F. I'll see if I can do a little cleaner. Alrighty, so now I'm going to do 35 through 38. Alrighty, and then I'm going to repeat back, and now we're at 39. 39 through almost the last measure of the song should look very similar. It's a rehash of the first four lines, basically. It's a rehash of the first four lines. That same style. Now you notice on measures 57, 58, what did I do? I slowed down. Well, what you do, this is the end of the song. So you want to create what I call a finalis, the end of the song. You want to let the audience know that you're concluding the song. So the last two measures, you just slow it down. And there you go. Alrighty, so I think we understand the song pretty well, and I look forward to hearing feedback from you and how you do with this when you enter the various different solos and ensembles. So until next time, this is Dr. David Klee, and we'll talk to you later. I wish you all the best, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.